Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Tonight's district tournament semifinal game is brought to you by Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, the Lovington Municipal Schools, Devon Energy, Western States Insurance, Lovington Auto Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, and the First American Bank of Lovington. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Thanks for being with us. The Wildcats taking on the Portales Rams. The winner moves on into the district tournament finals tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in Artesia. The Lovington Lady Cats are also in action tonight. They're getting ready to start up in Portales in the girls semifinal matchup. Dawn Morgan has that for you on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, also available at hobbsamerica.com and on the Eagle 100.5 Facebook page. So we're just kind of all over the place tonight as we get ready for this one. So the Cats and the Rams, a lot to play for here tonight. Not only a berth in the tournament finals tomorrow night, but we are getting closer and closer and closer to Selection Sunday as we come into action tonight for the Wildcats. Right now in the Max Preps rankings, they are number 7 in the Land of Enchantment, which would get them a home game, but you need to win tonight to help solidify that home spot. For the Portales Rams right now, they are the number 10 team in the Max Preps matrix for the Land of Enchantment, so they want to win tonight to see if maybe they could get up a little bit higher in the rankings and maybe wind up with a home game when the playoffs get underway next week. Now, both of these teams, I am fairly confident, are going to make the playoffs and when the seedings and everything are announced on Sunday afternoon. But it's right now what you're playing for is the seedings. That's what you're after. For the Wildcats under head coach Casey Pack, they come in at 16-10 on the year. They are 4-2 in district. This is their first district tournament game. For the Portales Rams under Randy McBroom, 16-11 on the year, 2-4 in district. And they did beat Goddard in the quarterfinals to get into this semifinal matchup here this evening. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and continue. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and hobbsamerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. I'm TJ Miracle from live here at Wildcat Gym. It's already been a long one of those days. But great to have you with us as we get ready for this district tournament semifinal matchup between the Cats and the Rams. When you get to this point in the season, there is really no secrets left between these two squads. Of course, they hooked up 6 days ago to wrap up the regular season in Portales. The Cats getting the big win in that one, 77-54. In that game, the Cats were led by Cale Covington. He finished up with 18 points in the ball game. DeMarcus Thompson with 14, and he had a double-double, 14 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Julian Arroyo, 13 points in the game, and Elijah Rivero with 10 in that contest too. Coming off the bench, good production for the Wildcats from Ethan Stevens. He had 7 points in the contest, and he had 5 for Anson Marquez. Micah Pondo also chipping in 6 points, and JoJo Perez chipping in 4. The Cats really won all the phases of that game. They finished up with 33 rebounds to 27 for Portales. Even though Portales with pretty good size, Lovington a little more aggressive on the boards Friday night, and they're going to need to do that again tonight. Lovington didn't have a lot of chances from the free throw line, but they made the most of them, going 9 of 11 from the charity stripe, while the Rams went 16 of 26 in their efforts. Lovington forced 18 turnovers in that ball game, and they had 12 of their own. The Rams' attack on Friday night was led by Carson Pfaffenberger. He had the double-double for Portales. He had 14 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Paxton Culpepper chipping in 13, and Jace Hightower with 12. Then you had Pierce Culpepper. He came off the bench and got 7 points and really kept that game fairly close in the first half. It was kind of a back-and-forth affair in the first half. First, at halftime, actually Portales was in the lead of that one, 38-37. The Wildcat offense had a little trouble getting untracked in that first half on Friday night. Then they just absolutely lit it up in the second half. But that's one thing that I know Coach Casey Pack is working on and has worked on, is one, more consistent play all around, but two, keeping the defense tight and tough. That way they can stay in any games until that explosive offense ignites. Lovington came in, and the Cats in that second half made some adjustments, and they really started playing their game, forced the tempo to change. Portales, they want to move pretty quickly, but not as fast as the Cats do. They want to run and gun. They're going to pressure. They're going to pester. They're going to trap up. They're going to try and make steals and get the transition buckets. And so I think they're going to be looking to do that again tonight. So as I mentioned earlier, probably a slight size advantage for the Portales Rams, especially with Pfaffenberger and Pierce Culpepper coming off the bench, both fairly good size young men. Lovington can counter with Cale Covington, of course, and then they've got a couple of very good athletes in DeMarcus Thompson, who definitely has no problem going to the rim and fighting with the big boys, and Julian Arroyo, he can get in there and mix it up as well. So a lot of, just a lot of question marks tonight, and a lot of, still a lot of basketball to play, and a lot on the line as the Cats really try and, I think if they win tonight, will lock up a home game next Saturday here at the Friendly Confines in the elimination round, first round of the state tournament. They're all elimination rounds, but in the first round of the state tournament, the home sites hadn't had one here in, oh gosh, I don't even know how long it's been. The Cats have done a good job of the last 10, 15 years of making the, making the playoffs, but, just hadn't managed to get a home game. It has been a while since the Cats have been up to the Albuquerque portion of the state tournament. Well, let's go ahead and run down the rosters and give you the starting lineups for tonight's starters for the visiting Portales Rams. It'll be number 2, Paxton Culpepper, number 3, Jace Hightower, number 4, Joel Lujan, number 10, Bradley Aguilar, and number 24, Carson Pfaffenberger. The rest of their lineup is number 11, Jalen Johnson, number 13, Ethan Crawford, number 15, Ramiro Flores, number 20, Pierce Culpepper, number 22, Sean Montiel, and number 23, Patrick Alvarado. For your Lovington Wildcats, the starting five for this evening's semifinal affair will be number 1, DeMarcus Thompson, number 3, Julian Arroyo, number 4, Elijah Rivero, number 12, Micah Pondo, and number 24, Cale Covington. The rest of the Wildcat roster looks like this. Number 2, Peyton Hernandez. Number 10, Jojo Perez. Number 11, Ethan Stevens. Number 20, Kyler Reeves. Number 22, Anson Marquez. Number 23, Donovan Gomez. Number 30, Xavier Casares. Number 32, Alejandro Mendoza. And number 33, Valente Herrera. So I think it's going to be a battle of who can establish the dominance first and who can really put their foot on the pedal and get out to the early lead and then stay there, and who can keep the defense going and not allow long, big, sustained runs one way or another. Like I said earlier, when you've played each other 3 times in the season, and this will be the 3rd game, there's really not many secrets between these two squads, and it's Lovington Portales. I'm not sure there's ever any secrets between them anyway. It is one of the great rivalries in medium school New Mexico athletics. I don't care what sport it is, when you get these two together, it is always a fun time. Of course, just a reminder, the Lovington Lady Cats are also in action tonight. They are up in Portales as they are taking on the Lady Rams in the girls' semifinals. Dawn Morgan has the call on that over on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. There's a link there on all the pages, should be, with the boys game. There's also links at all of our Facebook pages and on HobbsAmerica.com. So best of luck to the Lady Cats tonight. They'll be getting underway here in just a few minutes from up at the Ram Athletic Center. But we've got the boys match up tonight. The winner will move on to play Artesia tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And we will see who it is. The loser waits for Selection Sunday. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. Anything you need out in the patch? Well, call Stone Oilfield Service. W.H. Stone and his staff, they'd be proud and happy to help you with whatever you need. And we're proud to have Stone Oilfield Services as part of the Lovington Wildcat family. And Stone Oilfield Services, longtime supporters of your Lovington Cats and Lady Cats. We'll take a timeout, come back, and tip this one off as Wildcats basketball in the district tournament continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Tonight's game is also brought to you by our friends at Western States Insurance and, of course, our friends at the First American Bank of Lovington, your local hometown bank, offering all the services that the big national banks do, but with hometown support and hometown pride and hometown people. So anything you need banking-wise, go see David Campbell and his crew at the First American Bank in downtown Lovington. First American Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. So back here getting ready for the start of this one for the visiting Portales Rams under head coach Randy McBroom, 16-11 on the season. Got here by virtue of knocking off the Goddard Rockets on Tuesday night. For Coach Randy McBroom's squad, they are in the road blacks with the red letters and numbers. Portales in block lettering on the front. For the Cats, they are wearing the home whites with the blue letters and numbers and Cats in script on the front. Under longtime head coach Casey Pack, Lovington 16-10 on the year. And the winner of this one will punch their ticket on into the district tournament finals tomorrow night at 7 o'clock from Artesia. But before we can think about that one, we have got to think about this one. Your starters again tonight for the visiting Rams. It'll be number 2, Paxton Culpepper. Number 3, Jace Hightower. Number 4, Joel Lujan. Number 10, Bradley Aguilar. And number 24, Carson Pfaffenberger. For your Lovington Wildcats tonight, starting 5 out on the floor will be number 1, DeMarcus Thompson. Number 3, Julian Arroyo. Number 4, Elijah Rivero. Number 12, Micah Pondo. And number 24, Cale Covington. So the introductions are done. The Cats are getting their final instructions in the huddle just to my right. And we are ready to go as the two teams head to the Big Cat at center court here at Wildcat Gym. It'll be Pfaffenberger taking the jump against Covington. District 4 4A semifinal matchup, district tournament time here tonight from Wildcat Gym. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan on assignment with the Lovington Lady Cats tonight on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. So here we go as the ref blows the whistle, gets ready, and we are underway, and the Wildcats will control the opening tip into the hands of Julian Arroyo, as Julian will take it into the front court, pulls an NBA 3. That one is off the mark, and the rebound going to be brought down by Bradley Aguilar. He'll leave it off in the backcourt, and running it up will be Paxton Culpepper. He hands it off near the big Wildcat to Hightower. Hightower takes it to the left side, now is going to back it up to near the Cat. Directing traffic, just underway, no score. Bounce it into Pfaffenberger, give and go back door to Aguilar. He misses the point-blank layup, and the rebound going to be brought down by Covington. They'll pull the trigger back the other way. Three-pointer on the way from Pondo. That one is off the mark, and the long rebound made by Covington, his second. They'll reset, and from the just in front of the free throw line, in and out, and Pfaffenberger with the rebound, and then he is going to get bumped, and they are going to call the foul on Covington. They call the foul on Cale Covington, his first personal, first team foul on the Wildcats, and it will stay Portales basketball. I apologize in advance for any shoddy camera work. I am flying solo tonight. Lovington with the backcourt pressure. They try and get him trapped up. They'll move it forward. Lujan takes it up over the near side. Into the corner to Aguilar. Still no score a minute into this one. Reset it out to Culpepper. Now come near side. Bounce it inside. Trying to get it into Pfaffenberger. And that one is going to be put down on the floor. And they are going to call jump ball, or are they going to call a foul? I think they're just going to call, jump ball. And so it'll be Portales basketball, and Thompson will steal it on the inbound. Lovington basketball. Portales going to drop back in the defense to Elijah Rivero. Bounce it forward to Julian Arroyo. He'll throw it in. High inlet pass to Covington, but he's trapped up by Pfaffenberger. Nice little move. Goes around Pfaffenberger. Can't get the rebound. It'll be Thompson who winds up with it to Rivero. The little 5-foot floater from the left base. No good. Covington with the rebound, and then he's going to be fouled. So Lovington with a bunch of chances, and now they'll head to the line. They're going to call the hack foul on number 2, Paxton Culpepper. His first personal, first team foul the other way. And Covington going to try and get the scoring started from the free throw line. Cale Covington puts up the first, and both teams are glacially cold here in the early going. Still no score. A minute and a half gone in the first. So Covington at the line, misses the first, puts up the second. Nothing but net. And Lovington will break the ice on this district tournament semifinal matchup. Push it forward to Lujan, to Aguilar, back to Lujan, working the right wing. On him tight is Pondo. He'll go in, and he's going to be blocked out by DeMarcus Thompson with authority and good body control by DeMarcus to get all ball and no hand there. So it'll stay Portales basketball off of the block. Culpepper will bounce it in, tries to get it to Lujan. It's bopped away, but he gets it back. Culpepper bouncing out to Hightower, coming in front of the Lovington bench. He'll cycle it around now to Aguilar. Thinks about the three. Arroyo gets there quickly. Back to Culpepper. He tries to split through, almost loses it from the left elbow. 15-footer on the way, no good. And off of the tip, it'll be Rivero with the rebound. A little bit of backcourt pressure from Aguilar and a bad pass, and almost stolen away it was by Hightower, but he couldn't get rid of the basketball before he touches down. So Lovington saved a turnover right there. 2 minutes gone in this one, and 1-0 is the score. Yeah, you read that right. Two teams that are capable of putting up in the 70s and 80s consistently. Right now, a 1-0 ball game. Get it over to Micah Pondo. Right wing, throw the fastball, and that one going to be tipped away. Rivero was there to save it. They were trying to get it into Covington in the post. Back out between the rings to Arroyo. Julian directs traffic. High inlet pass to Covington. Comes down on the left base. Kicks it out to Pondo. Right corner for three, and bang! Three-pointer Micah Pondo. And the Cats take the early 4-0 lead. Out of the full court press, Hightower goes into the paint. Loses the basketball. It is loose on the floor, and it'll wind up in the hands of the Wildcats. They keep the defensive pressure up. Pierce Culpepper waits to check in for Portales. To Thompson, to Arroyo, to Rivero. Bounce it into Covington in the left block. Turnaround, floater, no good. Gets the rebound. His fourth. His putback, no good. Thompson is there with the rebound and the putback. That one won't fall. And finally, Pfaffenberger will come away with his second board of the ball game. 3 minutes gone here in the first. Lovington in the lead, and a three-pointer on the way for Lujan. That one off the back of the mark, and the rebound by Pfaffenberger, and then he's going to get fouled. His third board of the ball game. Two Cats in the neighborhood. Let's see who they get on it. They're going to get DeMarcus. His first personal, second team foul on Lovington. And sub's going to check into the game as Ethan Stevens will move in for the Wildcats. He'll come in, as will Pierce Culpepper. Stevens coming in for Rivero. And so the bounce pass in, and that one's swatted away. And I think Portales might have touched that last. Nope, they're going to say that it was touched by Pondo last, so it'll stay in the hands of the Rams. That'll be Paxton Culpepper, gets it into Pfaffenberger, around to Lujan. Lovington gets to him quickly. Now to the deep right corner, partially blocked, but there for Pierce Culpepper, no good. And the rebound made by Covington, his fifth. Though the fast break down to Stevens. Stevens drives in, and he's going to get hammered from behind by Pfaffenberger. Or is that Culpepper? Let's see for sure. They both got back on defense extremely quickly. They're actually going to call it on Jace Hightower. He was back there too. His first personal, second team foul. And Ethan Stevens to the line to shoot two. Stevens' first one is up, and it is good. Stevens in the book and stretches it to a 5-0 Wildcat lead. Into the ball game will be Alejandro Mendoza for the Wildcats. He'll come in for Pondo. Coach Casey Pack getting a little more height in there, but getting some of the youngsters in too. Stevens' second is up, and that one is in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. It'll wind up with Lujan. Little backcourt pressure. Now Lovington will drop back as Lujan runs the point across the timeline. Kicks it out, gets it to Culpepper. That's Paxton Culpepper. He'll be forced to hand it off to Hightower, who will cycle it back around, trying to get it into Pfaffenberger. He'll take it to the left block, put it up, and count the bucket and the foul as he went around Mendoza and gets the Rams on the board. 5-2 the score, 4:20 to go. Pfaffenberger at the line for the and one. 4:20 remaining in the first period. Cats up over the Rams. So Pfaffenberger at the line for the and one. Puts up the shot, and that one is good. Cuts it down to just a 2-point Lovington lead on three the old-fashioned way. As Arroyo will push it to Stevens, deep right corner. Ethan will wait for reinforcements, as getting to him quickly was Culpepper. Now over to Arroyo. Lujan on him pretty tight. Nifty little spin move. Pull back from three, right corner, bang! If you can get Julian hot, it could wind up being a very long night for the Rams. Throw it under to a wide open Culpepper, and he'll be fouled as he goes up. I don't know how they let Pierce Culpepper get all the way by himself down there, but they did. They're going to call that foul on Mendoza, his second personal, third team foul on the Wildcats. And so Pierce Culpepper to the line to shoot two. First one up for Culpepper, kind of a line drive shot, misses that one, and it's no good. Our score 8-3. Micah Pondo comes back into the ball game. He'll come in for DeMarcus Thompson. Kyler Reeves also checking in for the Cats. So at the line, Culpepper missed the first. He will eye the second. Puts it up, and that one is good. Right now, Lovington doubling up as Stevens will get the inbound. Coming over to Pondo. Lujan gets to him quickly and will guard. Waiting now, he'll cycle around, get it back to Stevens. Takes it to the right corner. Now over to Micah from the left wing for three, and that one is off the mark, and the rebound by Covington out to Arroyo. Right wing for three, that one off the mark. From the tip, it'll go out of bounds, and they're going to say last touched by Reeves. So it'll go back into the hands of the Rams. Lovington drops into full court pressure, full court man pressure. As Culpepper to Pfaffenberger, and Stevens going to pick up the foul. Yep, it is on Stevens, a little bump foul. Now for Ethan, his first personal, fourth team foul on the Wildcats as DeMarcus Thompson comes in for Cale Covington. It was only the fourth foul. Why are we walking down the court to shoot? That's only the fourth foul. That shouldn't be a shooting foul unless they called it a... Yeah, that's only four. That's only four. 1, 2, 3. No, it is 5 because Alejandro picked up the two quick ones. So, yeah, they are on the bonus. I missed one. Official scorekeeper down there. Miss McCraw doing a nice job, and the shot is up by Pfaffenberger and good. So Pfaffenberger with 4 points leads the way for the Rams. 3.5 to go. Second one on the way, and that one will be high and no good. And the rebound going to be made by Micah Pondo. For Pondo, that'll be his first. Work it down. Stevens has to save it out off of a tip. Pondo drives in the lane. Puts up the underhand scoop. No good. And the rebound going to be brought down. That is by Culpepper. And then the ball is loose on the floor, but they will save it out. Pfaffenberger will set the screen for Culpepper. Get it to Hightower. Hightower takes it through the left lane. And he's going to draw the charge as Julian Arroyo gets run over. Got the feet set. So they whistle the charge. Third team foul. And that'll be the second personal on Hightower. Lovington basketball with 3:05 remaining here in the first as Stevens will check out. Perez will check in. Thompson, Perez, Pondo, Reeves, and Arroyo on the floor for the Wildcats. Culpepper, Lujan, Pfaffenberger. And they have a new player in. I'll check that momentarily. As coming in is Ethan Crawford. To Arroyo, thinks about the three from the right corner. Crawford gets to him quickly and is on him. Uses up the dribble, work it around, and that one is going to be swatted away by Lujan. First turnover for the Wildcats. Lujan will take it coast to coast and lay it up and in off of the steal. Now Lovington back. 8-7 is the score. Perez with it to Arroyo. Arroyo cycles around from the top of the arc. 3 on the way. That one is too hard. Fight for the rebound underneath, and it'll be Lujan. Going to wind up with his second rebound of the ball game. 2.5 to go. Lovington leading 8-7. Let me get the score bug fixed, and a whistle sounds away from the ball. And they are going to call the push foul on Arroyo. That'll be Julian's first personal. And that means more free throws coming for Portales as Jace Hightower, that's a 2, not a 3. That's Paxton Culpepper at the line. Culpepper bricks the first one. It's Cale Covington coming in for Kyler Reeves. So Culpepper going to try and tie this one from the line. 8-7, Lovington up. Second shot on the way, and that one going to rattle home. And we are tied up at 8 apiece. Lovington's been cold for about the last 2.5 minutes. Topondo thinks about the 3 ball. Now we'll send it back out between the rings with Arroyo. Toss it over to Perez, who gets it back to Julian. Julian uses up the dribble, throws the fastball, and then underneath Thompson to Covington, no good. Cale with his own rebound, and his putback is good. 7 rebounds, 3 points for Cale Covington here in this first quarter. Lovington up 10-8. Full court press is on, and they will swat it away. 4th turnover into the hands of Micah Pondo. He'll take it to the rack and up and in for Micah off the steal. Micah with 5 points, and Lovington up 12-8. Full court pressure is on. Looking for some room is Lujan on the far side. Tossing it back to Culpepper. He'll cross the timeline right on the big cat. Trying to push it over to Lujan in the right corner. Swatted away by DeMarcus. 90 seconds to go in a fast-moving first quarter as Elijah Rivero comes in for Micah Pondo. And it'll be Portales basketball from the far sideline in the front court. Into the corner. And a 3 on the way. That one no good from Culpepper, and a long rebound made by Cale Covington. His 8th as Covington will take it coast to coast and lay it home. The little push shot goes, and Lovington up 14-8. The full court press is on. They'll sling it over to Culpepper. Culpepper looking for some room. He'll pick it up. He'll throw the fastball. Culpepper to Culpepper. Missing that one, but the long rebound out near center court by Lujan, his 3rd, and Rivero swats it away and almost gets to it. Lovington's pressure starting to have some effect. Bradley Aguilar will come back into the game for Culpepper. That's Pierce Culpepper. Pfaffenberger, Crawford, Aguilar, Lujan, and Paxton Culpepper on the floor for the Rams. Crawford works it around. He'll have to toss it back over to Culpepper. Covington on him. Makes a move to the free throw line. He'll weave through. Put up a little leaner. No good. Winds up with his own rebound. His putback no good. And it winds up in the hands of Elijah Rivero. Lovington going to try and push it forward. 43 seconds to go. Hippity hop through the lane and stripped out by Arroyo. And they're going to say last touched by Lujan. Arroyo doing a little bit of politicking there. Could have been one or the other as Stevens will come back in. Arroyo going to sit for the last 39 seconds of the quarter. Lovington up 14-8. 39 seconds to go. There we go to Covington. Throws the fastball, and they are going to call the charge on Covington. Cale's 2nd personal, and it'll be the 2nd turnover for the Wildcats. Of course, no free throws because it was an offensive foul. Anson Marquez comes in for Cale Covington. Smart move with Cale picking up his 2nd. Yep, they call the charge. 14-8, still the score. 34 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play. As Lujan looks to push it in, gets it to Crawford. Perez on him. Back to Lujan, who gets away from a swatting Marquez. Picks up the dribble, comes into the front court to Culpepper. Throw it around to Crawford. Right wing for 3. That one is off the mark and then off the hands of Pfaffenberger. It's an air ball, so that'll go in the books as a turnover for Portales. 23.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lovington up by 6. 14-8. As the defense has sparked the offense here late in this first quarter. Perez will cross the timeline, picks up the dribble, slings it over to Rivero. Rivero back cross court to Perez and over the head of JoJo. And out of bounds into the Portales bench. 3rd turnover for the Wildcats, so 12 seconds to go. Full court press is going to be on. Get it into Pfaffenberger to Lujan with 10 seconds. He'll take it around Thompson. Thompson almost gets a piece of it. Then Lujan from the top of the arc for three. That one off the mark. Winds up with his own rebound. Goes to the rack. No good. And the rebound at the buzzer by Stevens. So we have played a quarter from here at Wildcat Gym. It is Lovington 14, Portales 8. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, start of the second quarter, it'll be Wildcat basketball. They lead by 6, 14-8. I'm TJ Miracle. Stevens bounce on the left base to Thompson. Then they'll wind up. Ethan will wind up with it back in his hands. Lujan on him, very tight, bad pass. Fourth turnover for the Wildcats, back into the hands of the Rams as that went right into the hands of Culpepper. Culpepper to Hightower, top of the arc. He works against Rivero, pushes it over to the far sideline with Culpepper. He's going to back it up as Lovington will cycle around on him. Takes it just inside the three-point arc, and splitting through everywhere is Hightower, but he's going to pick up a foul. They're going to call the hold foul on Perez, his first personal. First team foul in the quarter on the Cats. Will be on the floor as checking back in is Julian Arroyo. 30 seconds gone here in the second. Lovington up 14-8. Culpepper, Pfaffenberger, Aguilar, Lujan, and Hightower in as they'll get it into Pfaffenberger. A nice little fall away. Breaks the ice here in the second quarter. Stupid score bug. Lovington basketball, and for three, and bang! It's Julian Arroyo wide open and takes the shot from the top of the arc. Lovington now up 17-10 off of the inbound. Lovington will steal it away. Cats have it back as Arroyo controls it, pulls an NBA three from the top of the arc, and off the bounce, and bang! 9 points for Arroyo, and it's a 10-point lead for the Cats. 1 minute gone here in the third, and a pressure gets, and Hightower will move it forward. Pfaffenberger on the right base to Aguilar. The little push, no good, and the rebound will be made by Elijah Rivero. Elijah going to keep it himself back into the front court off his third board. Push it out to Julian. Thinks about an even longer three. And, probably should have gone ahead and done it before he started his drive. Fifth turnover for the Wildcats on the travel. Anson Marquez comes out. Cale Covington coming back in. Thompson back out. JoJo Perez back in. So you got Covington, Perez, Pondo, Rivero, and Arroyo on the floor for the Wildcats. 6.5 remaining first half. Using up the dribble in the backcourt, just checking into the ballgame is Sean Montiel. Montiel works it around and gets it back. Pulls the trigger from the left wing for three, and Montiel makes it pay. 3 points for Montiel, 13-20. Back the other way. Pondo for three. That one is off the mark, and it'll be the fifth rebound for Lujan, and they'll throw it to a breaking Montiel, but overthrown. Seventh turnover as right now Portales trying to pick up the pace just a little bit. The Wildcats will get it. Perez will inbound it to Rivero. Rivero crosses the big cat and into the offensive zone for the Wildcats. To Arroyo, to Covington, back out to Rivero. Rivero to Arroyo, NBA three right side, no good, and another rebound going to be made by Lujan, and then he gets clobbered. They're going to call that one on Pondo, call the push. Micah, his first personal, second team foul in the quarter on the Wildcats. 5:50 to go here in the first half. Inbound will come to Hightower, bounces back to Culpepper, hands it back off to Hightower. Back to Culpepper, finally brings it across the timeline. Pondo on him. Now into the deep right corner. Montiel for three. That one is off the mark. And getting the rebound is Culpepper, just ripping it away from Covington. And then Covington swats at it, almost gets it back as they'll get it to Lujan. And he'll take it off the left glass and up and in. Joel Lujan with 4 points. And all of a sudden, a little 5-0 run for Portales. Has it down to a 5-point Wildcat lead. Arroyo needs some help to Perez, deep left corner. Cycles it around, now pushes it out to Rivero. Rivero to Arroyo from the right wing for three, and bang! Fourth tray of the ball game for Julian Arroyo, and breaks the 5-0 run and gets Lovington back up by 8. 23-15 is the score. Hightower off the handoff from Lujan into the offensive zone. Come the Rams, back the other way. Pushing it over near side. Lujan almost loses the basketball. Arroyo did a nice job not to get him, getting it inside, trying to throw it to Pfaffenberger. Instead, they throw it into the hands of Elijah Rivero. Elijah takes it coast to coast, but is fouled from behind by Paxton Culpepper, his second personal. Just the first team foul on Portales, so that should put Elijah at the line to shoot two as DeMarcus Thompson comes into the ball game. Ethan Stevens back in. Well, they're going to say that was on the floor. Okay. So Covington, Stevens, Thompson, Arroyo, and Pondo on the floor for the Cats. Culpepper, Montiel, Lujan, Pfaffenberger, and Hightower on the floor for the Rams. Into Covington to Arroyo for three, top of the arc, and bang! The kid is in fuego. 5 trays in the ball game, 26-15 the score. Hightower back the other way, comes through the right lane, and a bad swat, bad foul on the Cats. They're going to get Arroyo. Yep, they're going to get him on the hack. So Julian's second personal, third team foul on the Wildcats. Up to an 11-point lead, their biggest of the ball game, and Jace Hightower heads to the line for two. Arroyo gets a little advice from the officials, and Hightower's first is up and no good. So now Portales 50-50 from the line. They are 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. Hightower with a chance to get this back to a 10-point Wildcat lead. Puts it up. That one is off the mark, and from the tip, though, it'll wind up with Culpepper, and he takes it home. So you missed the free throw, but you wind up with one more point than you would have had. To Pondo, deep left corner, the other way for three. That one off the mark. Thompson fights for the rebound, and he gets the rebound, and then he gets hammered. It'll be on the floor as they're going to call Hightower. That'll be his third personal. Second team foul on the Rams, and it is a floor foul. As Culpepper, that's Pierce Culpepper, comes in for Pfaffenberger. And Aguilar comes in for Hightower. Lovington basketball. Right baseline, 4:15 remaining first half. The high inlet comes to Covington. From the top of the arc, Cale to the free throw line, out to Pondo. Pondo works against Aguilar. He takes it in front of the free throw line. A little 10-foot push shot, no good. Thompson with the rebound, then out to Stevens for three. That one off the mark. A little mistimed on the jump, and Culpepper will have his fourth rebound of the ball game. That's Paxton Culpepper. Now to Aguilar in the right corner. Takes it to the right base. A little spin move. Stevens blocks him out to Lujan. Thompson gets to him. Long cross-court pass. Getting it to the baseline. Culpepper. Then a bad pass off of the hands and into the hands of Micah Pondo. Micah takes it coast to coast. Tries to put up the circus shot. One of the foul didn't get it, and it'll wind up in Lujan's hands. His seventh board of the ball game. Back down come the Rams. 26-17. 9-point Lovington lead. 3.5 remaining here in the first half. Bouncing it in and stolen away by the big boy, Cale Covington. Cale will drive it coast to coast, but then he gets stripped from behind by Montiel. It's another turnover for the Wildcats, but then turned back over the other way for the Rams. Clock continues to roll. Now the teams trade turnovers from the left elbow for 15-footer and up and in Julian Arroyo. 28-17 Cats in the lead. Culpepper to Aguilar. Count the bucket and the foul. Now Aguilar will head to the line for the and one. Bradley Aguilar's first bucket of the ball game. Oh, actually they call the charge, so take that one off. And I will scratch it out of the books. 12th turnover for Portales. It's their third team foul. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Ricky McBroom. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Lovington 28, Portales 17. We're back in a minute. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to Wildcat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Lovington basketball out of the Portales timeout as Arroyo to Stevens, bounce it to Kyler Reeves, back in the game, back to Stevens, left corner, takes it to the left block, gets it to Arroyo, left wing, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark and off of the tip. Aguilar goes over the back, no call. He'll wind up with the rebound, his second. They'll just put it into the backcourt. Pfaffenberger back in the ball game to Lujan, who's had a whale of a first half for Portales. To Montiel, top of the arc, 3 ball up, no good. And Thompson battling underneath with Pfaffenberger, goes out. DeMarcus swats it out. It'll stay Portales basketball. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us here this evening. Montiel looks to inbound it from the left baseline, gets it in right at the 5 count. They'll get it back out to Lujan under pressure from Stevens. 2:20 to go in the first half. Montiel to Pfaffenberger, 3 for the big boy, and that one is off the mark. And the rebound made by Rivero, his 4th. Little help from Kyler Reeves on that one. And a push foul going to be called on Lujan. His first personal. That'll be the 4th team foul on Portales. Lovington basketball from just to the right of the Portales bench. Stevens, Arroyo, Thompson. Covington coming in for Thompson. So Stevens, Arroyo, Rivero, Covington, and Reeves on the floor for your Wildcats. Lujan, Aguilar, Montiel, Stevens left wing for 3, and that one is off the mark, kisses the glass, and into the hands of Bradley Aguilar, his 3rd board of the ball game. 28-17, 2 minutes to go. Lovington in the lead here in the first half. Toss it over to Aguilar, thinks about the 3, the little head fake, takes it to the left block, puts up the 12-footer, no good, and it'll be Covington with the rebound. That's his 9th. Cale pushing it forward to Stevens. Stevens to the left baseline. Then he gets the hip check put into him by Pierce Culpepper. His first personal, 5th team foul on Portales, and so Lovington goes to the line. So Ethan Stevens heads to the line for the Wildcats. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe. Sophomore seeing significant minutes. He puts up the first one, and that one will rattle home. 29-17, Cats stretch their lead up to 12. With 1:43 remaining in the half. Zanson Marquez will come in for Kyler Reeves. Montiel, Culpepper, Pfaffenberger, Aguilar, and Lujan on the floor for Coach McBroom, who's been lobbying the officials quite heavily. And the second one for Stevens is up, no good, but then a foul going to get called on Lovington. So Stevens with 2 points in the ball game. Nope, they're actually going to say the rebound landed on the line, I guess, because I didn't see him put a... Yep, they put it up on Anson Marquez. Okay. Find the right spot on there. There we go, and that'll be the 4th team foul on Lovington. So Portales will be in the bonus on the next one. Push it in to Aguilar. Aguilar crosses the timeline under a little bit of pressure, takes it to the right wing, now pushing it back out to Montiel. Montiel crosses over, changes hands, now to Aguilar, trying to bounce it into Pfaffenberger, but it winds up in the hands of Julian Arroyo. 13th turnover for Portales as Julian takes it coast to coast, but misses that one, and off of the tip, it'll be Montiel who's going to wind up with the rebound. He pushes it forward, and, well, bad pass, and Cale Covington winds up with it. Cale to Anson. Anson off the right glass, up and in for Marquez. Anson with his first points of the ball game, 31-17. Cats stretching it up a little with 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Winner plays tomorrow, loser waits for Sunday as that one goes into the backcourt. They're going to say it was on the tip. Coach Casey Pack directing them to try and trap it up. Culpepper to Pfaffenberger, right wing for 3. That one is in and out, and Covington has his 10th board of the ball game. Cale having a whale of a first half on the glass, and a foul going to get called on the floor. Covington will head to the line to shoot two. They're going to call that one on Lujan, his second personal. And so Cale Covington goes to the line. Try and get a little closer to the double-double. He's got 5 so far in the first half. 42 seconds remaining in the half. First one is up for Covington, and it is good. Now 32-17. Subs coming in for both teams. Peyton Hernandez onto the floor for Ethan Stevens for the Wildcats. And checking in for the other side is Patrick Alvarado for the Rams. Now going to bring Elijah Rivero back in for Anson Marquez. Covington got the first, eyes the second. That one is off the mark, and it'll be another rebound for Lujan. He's got 8 in the first half. Backcourt pressure, Pfaffenberger uses up the dribble. Has to get it back to Lujan at the offensive free throw line. Now to Crawford. Crawford gets his pocket picked into the hands of JoJo Perez. JoJo takes it up, partially blocked out, but Rivero is there with the rebound and the putback. So forcing the turnover, 15th of the ball game, and making it 34-17. Lovington right now doubling up on Portales. Throwing it across, stolen away by Cale Covington. He'll push it forward to Rivero. A little hesitation move. He's blocked out, but it'll go into the hands of Peyton Hernandez, and Peyton will put it in. Now 36-17. Full court press on 1-0, and we have played a half from here at Wildcat Gym. Lovington 36, Portales 17. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And Lovington Wildcat basketball is also brought to you in part by our friends at the First American Bank of Lovington, your local hometown bank. All your financial needs, I offer all the same services that the big corporate banks do, but with a friendly hometown feel. Go see First American Bank President David Campbell and his crew for all your banking and financial needs. First American Bank of Lovington, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And this is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa know-how for your car, and trust me, my friends, you're going to get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And that's exactly what the Wildcats did in the first half. They lead this one 36-17. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. Leading scorer right now for the Rams is Carson Pfaffenberger. He has 6 points in the books, 4 points for Joel Lujan, who's their leading rebounder right now with 8. 3 points for Paxton Culpepper, 3 points Sean Montiel, and then 1 point for Pierce Culpepper. 20 rebounds in that first half for Portales. They go 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Turned the ball over those 16 times. They had definite trouble dealing with the Wildcat pressure. 8 points in the first, 9 in the second. That's how Coach McBroom's Red Rams get to their 17 on the board. For your Lovington Wildcats, leading scorer right now is Julian Arroyo. He had an all-world first half, 17 points, 15 of them from beyond the arc. He is the leading scorer in the game. And then you got 6 points for Cale Covington, who also has 10 rebounds, leads everybody in that category. Micah Pondo with 5 in the first half. Then 2 points for Peyton Hernandez, 2 for Elijah Rivero, 2 for Ethan Stevens, and 2 points for Anson Marquez. Lovington 50-50 from the charity stripe in that first half. They go 4 of 8 from the free throw line. They did win the rebounding battle, 21 rebounds in that first half, and they turned the ball over 6 times. They score 14 in the first, 22 in the second. That's how they get to their 36 on the board. 36-17 our score. The Wildcats in the lead. Other Lee County games tonight, and yep, we've got 3 other games going on up in Portales at the Ram Athletic Center on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. My partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, up there covering that one. It's halftime, and the Lovington Lady Cats trying to punch their ticket to Artesia tomorrow. They lead the Lady Rams 28-19 at halftime. It's late in the second half in Roswell in the 4-5A district tournament semifinals. The Hobbs Eagles leading late in the second half of that one, 29-25. And then down in Eunice at Joe Langston Gym in the 2A girls semifinals. It's a Lee County battle. And right now, Eunice all over Jal at half, 34-18. Your Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how keys to the second half. If you're Lovington, you just keep your foot on the gas. Keep doing exactly what you've been doing. You have forced Portales to play your game. The defense has done a fantastic job, and you just keep doing that. You're going to Artesia tomorrow night for a third crack at those Bulldogs. If you're Portales, you've got to adjust out and see if you can find a way to deal with the pressure a little bit better, because Lovington's press and pressure has caused a lot of those 16 turnovers for the Rams, just bad passes and into the hands of other guys. So Lovington, do what you're going to do. Portales, adjust to the press, and we'll see what happens in the second half. So this has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half of action right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. And back here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the start of the second half of this when the winner moves on, and the loser will await the decision of the seating committee coming up on Sunday. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo this evening. Dawn Morgan on assignment with the Lovington Lady Cats up in Port Tallis, and they were leading at halftime of that one 28-19. We'll try and get you more scores as we head through the evening on this one. I hope we've got a doubleheader tomorrow night for you from Artesian. It'll be Port Tallis basketball as we start the second half of action. Covington, Thompson, Arroyo, Rivero, and Pondo on the floor for your Wildcats. It'll be Aguilar, Lujan, Hightower, Culpepper, and Pfaffenberger. The starters for both teams are on the floor. So we change sides, and here we go. And that one immediately stolen away as Rivero with it, kicks it off of his foot, gets it to Pondo. Left wing, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Arroyo who will track it down, and then a whistle sounds, and they're going to say turnover by Lovington. I didn't see exactly what happened. I looked down and missed it. So, all right, well, Lovington gets the turnover and then has one forced on him. So into the front court, it'll be Port Tallis basketball as Hightower bouncing it into Pfaffenberger, then backdoor cut to Aguilar. Nice move from the right baseline and up and in for Aguilar, his first points of the ball game. To Pondo, thinks about pulling the three-point trigger, now thinks better of it, and up, and that'll be 2 points to the good. 38-19, Cats up by 19. Back down. And up, and an air ball gone, but Pfaffenberger is there, but he'll get his own rebound, and his putback will be good. He's got 8 points in the ballgame, 21-18. Cats in the 38-21. There we go. I'll get it mixed. I'll get it fixed instead of mixed. So Arroyo, NBA 3, left wing. That one clanks off the iron. Long rebound made by Lujan, and he's going to bring it back down the other way, and a foul on Arroyo, and count the bucket and the foul. So Lujan with 6 points now, and they're going to get Arroyo. He was trailing. They are going to call the push foul. Julian's third personal. First team foul on the Cats. And Lujan to the line for 3 the old-fashioned way. Are they going to say two-shot foul? I thought they counted the bucket. No, they did not, so I'll scratch that one out. One of these days I'm going to learn to do this in pencil. No, into the ball game will be Pierce Culpepper. To Hightower, Arroyo on him. The 2 threes go at each other. Hippity-hop through the lane. And hard down is Hightower. And Arroyo going to get whistled for his 4th personal in the block. Julian going to have to sit for a while. He's got 4 now. See if the Cats can keep the rhythm going without Arroyo, who's their spark plug. Jace Hightower at the line where he is 0 of 2. 6:40 to go in the third. So Hightower bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, gets that one. 38-22. Ethan Stevens will come into the ballgame. Arroyo going to have to sit. I would imagine Coach Casey Pack will keep him on the bench until about halfway through the fourth quarter if needed. So Hightower bends the knees, puts up the second, and that one is in and out, and it'll be Pondo with the rebound. Micah's second. Rivero will take control of it. He'll run the point. Into the front court for the Wildcats. On him tight is Lujan. Gets a little pick. Now they'll work it out to Covington. Kale to the left lane, and up and in for Covington. He's got 8 in the ball game. 40-22. Wildcats in the lead. Full court press on in the backcourt. To Hightower, a little swat at it. Hightower keeps it to the free throw line. 15-footer is in and out, and Covington will have his 11th board of the ball game to a breaking Rivero the other way in transition. Up and in, Elijah Rivero now with 6 in the ball game. 42-22, up to a 20-point lead for the Wildcats. And they will call the charge as coming through and arguing and fighting about it is going to be Culpepper. Be his first personal, first team foul, 19th turnover on Portales. Culpepper was not a happy camper under there. So with 5:55, Coach Randy McBroom, his dad's Ricky, he's barking at the official coming down the other way. He's been politicking all game. To Stevens, who loses it off of his hands and into the Lovington bench. That'll be turnover number 9 for the Wildcats as JoJo Perez will come in for Stevens. Perez, Thompson, Rivero, Covington, and Pondo on the floor for the Wildcats. Some more subs getting ready to come in for the Rams. Hightower, top of the arc, goes to the right hand, switches over to the left, bouncing it inside, trying to get it to Culpepper, and they're going to say last touch by the Wildcats, so it'll be a break for the Rams. As coming in for them will be that's Patrick Alvarado. So Alvarado checks in. He'll inbound it from in front of his own bench. Covington going to contest the inbound. They'll push it in. Get it to Hightower. Rivero on him. Hightower to the nifty little pass over to Culpepper in the right block, but they'll have to reset back out to Alvarado. 3 from NBA distance. Patrick Alvarado drains the tray. Credit where credit is due. A pretty shot. So back down come the Wildcats. Perez bouncing it to a wide open Covington on the right baseline. And up and in for Kale. He's got 10. He's got his double-double. Lovington up by 19. 5 minutes to go. Spin move by Hightower. Takes it into the paint. He'll be fouled, and he goes to the line to shoot 2. They call the hack foul on Perez. His second personal. Third team foul on the Wildcats. And Hightower to the line where he is 1 of 4. So Hightower heads back to the line. Bends the knees, puts up the first one, and that one is no good. Score remains 44-25. Kyler Reeves, Ethan Stevens back in as Rivero and Thompson going to check out. Reeves, Stevens, Pondo, Covington, and Perez on the floor for the Wildcats. At the line, Jace Hightower puts up the second, and they are going to call the lane violation on Portales. So give it back to Lovington. Score remains 44-25 Wildcats. Can't go into cruise control just yet. Pondo has it, left wing, takes it to the free throw line, then gives it to a cutting Kyler Reeves, who's going to get blocked by Pfaffenberger, and it'll wind up in the hands of the Rams. Lovington trying desperately to get it back. Lujan pushes it inside and almost taken away, but Culpepper is going to get the roll from the right baseline off the glass. It's Pierce Culpepper. He's got 3. As the Cats back down the other way. As throwing it out. Perez, left corner, 3 on the way. That one is going to be an air ball. And Pfaffenberger, it winds up like a pass to Pfaffenberger. 44-27, and then Perez makes up for it as he'll get the takeaway to Covington, and they're going to call the charge on Kale. His third personal, 14th foul on the Wildcats, and their 11th turnover. And give it back to Portales as Montiel will come in for Pfaffenberger. 4:20 remaining in the third. Cats in control, but the Rams are never going to quit. You can bet on that. Good crowd on hand here tonight. But if you couldn't be here, thanks for being with us wherever you are, as the long inlet pass is going to wind up in the hand somehow. Culpepper will save it. Top of the arc, he works against Perez. Whoa, picked up the dribble. Lovington wanted the walk, didn't get it. And the turnaround is up and good for Paxton Culpepper. He's got 5. So a little run now for the Rams. They cut it down to a 15-point Lovington lead. At one point, they were up by 21. To Pondo to the left base and up and in for Micah. Pondo now with 7 in the ball game. 46-29. 3:45 remaining in the third. Pfaffenberger waits to check back in to Lujan. He's going to get his pocket picked by Perez. And Perez to Stevens, who's going to wait for reinforcements. But then Lujan says, nope, I'll just take it away from you. And he'll take it coast to coast as Reeves comes back to try and guard, but can't. Not quick enough. And so Lujan now with 6 in the ball game. 46-31. Try and get the score bug to cooperate. There we go. And to Covington and up and in. Nifty little move for Covington. He's got 12 in the ball game. Oh, and they're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Lovington. They're going to call that on Covington, so that'll be his 4th personal, 5th team foul. So Cale barking a little bit after probably jawing a little bit down there, and they call the unsportsmanlike foul. They didn't tee him up. It's Coach McBroom. Coach McBroom may get an unsportsmanlike too if he keeps talking like that. As we click towards 7 o'clock, it'll be Portales basketball, 48-31. Cats up. Full court press is on. They'll push it into the deep left corner to Montiel, trying to get it into Pfaffenberger. Instead, it'll wind up in the hands of Kyler Reeves. Pushes it forward to Rivero, and Elijah misses the little push shot, and it'll wind up in the hands of Hightower. His first. Hightower brings it back down, tries to throw it in, and it'll be tipped and into the hands of Rivero. Back to Lovington. To Pondo. Pondo loses it off of his foot and into the hands of Pfaffenberger. The team's just trading turnovers right now. 2:45 to go as that one is off the foot, and Kyler Reeves going to wind up with it off another turnover, and Reeves will take it to the rack, and he'll be fouled. The shot misses, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. As they are going to call that one on Patrick Alvarado, his first personal, just the 2nd team foul on the Rams. Peyton Hernandez waits to check in. Kyler Reeves heads to the line to try and get his name in the scorebook. Kyler puts up the first, and it is no good. So Reeves misses the first one. Our score remains 48-31. Of course, if the Cats hang on and win this one tonight, we will be in Artesia at the Bulldog Pit tomorrow evening for a 7 o'clock start time. Second one on the way as Reeves is going to miss them both, and the ball goes out of bounds. I don't know how Lovington touched that last, but the official says they did. So it'll be Portales basketball. The Lady Cats were up last time I checked. We may have a doubleheader for you tonight. Tomorrow night, I should say. It's Pfaffenberger going to catch one in the eye as DeMarcus Thompson going to get called for the hold. 2nd personal on DeMarcus. And they should be in the bonus. We should be walking 80-some-odd feet down. Yep. Scorer's table caught that one, so yep, we're shooting free throws. But we'll walk it back down, and Pfaffenberger will go to the line to shoot 2. 2:33 remaining in the third, 48-31. Cats in the lead, but they do not want to let Portales back into this one from the line with the clock not ticking. Should the Lady Cats hold on and win their game, we would have a doubleheader here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel tomorrow night, starting at approximately 5:15 for your Lady Cat pregame show as Pfaffenberger's up and in and out, no good. Score remains 48-31. The Rams have had all kinds of heck tonight from the free throw line. Pfaffenberger trying to get to his 7th point in the book, and he will with that one. 48-32, 16-point Lovington lead, 2.5 to go. Covington and Arroyo both on the bench with fouls as to Peyton Hernandez, and he's going to get fouled. As they are going to call the push foul on Montiel, his first personal. 3rd team foul on Portales. They were quite emphatic that was on the floor. So it'll be Perez to inbound. Perez, Hernandez Thompson, Rivero, and Reeves on the floor for the Wildcats. So Perez to Thompson. DeMarcus will get it back out near the top of the arc. Bounce it underneath to a wide open Rivero, and up and in for Elijah. He's got 8 points in the ball game. 50-32, Cats in the lead. Full court press is on. Hightower against Rivero, and they are going to call tic-tac foul on Rivero. That'll be his first personal, and we'll head halfway down the court this time to shoot free throws. Hightower, though, just 1 of 6 from the line, but he'll shoot 2 with 2:12 to go in the third. Lovington starting to pile the fouls up a little bit here. Hightower's first is up, and it is good. 50-33 the score. Lovington still in control of this one, but Portala's going to try and chip away from the charity stripe without the clock ticking. Second one on the way, and Hightower gets them both. 50-34, back to a 16-point Lovington lead. Perez going to run the O. Takes it across the timeline, pushes over to Hernandez, gets a screen from Reeves, now to Thompson. Right corner to Perez, who moved across the court. Perez with Lujan on him. Nice little crossover, goes to the free throw line to Rivero, deep left corner. That one gets poked away, and wow, they're going to say off the foot of Rivero. Nice move there for number 22, Sean Montiel, to get a hand on that one and to get it off of Rivero's leg. Full court presses on to Pfaffenberger. They'll push it forward to Lujan. Lujan bouncing it underneath to Culpepper. And that is up and in for Pierce Culpepper. He's got 5. And a little scoring run for Portales. And the Wildcats are going to take the 30-second timeout. While we have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our great sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat, Lady Cat Athletics possible. You see them there on the bottom of your screen. You're hearing their ads and have all season. We appreciate each and every one of those. Now my tablet 8, my First American Bank spot. David, I'm sorry, I will have that fixed for tomorrow night, but Lovington Wildcat Athletics in part brought to you by our friends at the First American Bank of Lovington. Go see the great crew there for everything you need. They offer the same services that the big corporate banks do, but with hometown support and pride and friendly folks that you know and see. David Campbell and his crew over there, they would love to show you what a difference First American Bank makes. First American Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. So back to the action. Kyler Reeves to inbound it for the Wildcats out of the Lovington timeout. A little backcourt pressure from Montiel on Perez. JoJo cycles it around. Now he's going to push it over to Rivero. Rivero bounce pass to Reeves, top of the arc, back to Perez. Perez thinks about the three, then bounces to Reeves. Takes it to the post, gives it for the reverse layup, and no good by Rivero, and it'll be Montiel with his second board of the ball game. Full court pressure is on. They'll get it to Culpepper, and then he's going to get fouled. As the foul fest continues for the Wildcats, let's see who they're going to whistle this one on. They're going to get that one on Peyton Hernandez, his first personal. It's about the 834th foul on Lovington in this quarter. Portales just chipping away. That'll put Culpepper at the line to shoot 2. That's Pierce Culpepper, and he misses the first one. The score remains 50-34. Ethan Stevens, Anson Marquez coming in. It's Kyler Reeves, Peyton Hernandez check out. Portales not going away, which is exactly what you expect out of the Rams and the Cats. Second one for Culpepper is up, and that one is no good, and the rebound going to be made by Thompson, his 5th. Thompson to Rivero, who will take it into the front court. Over to Perez, who bobbles it momentarily, gets it back. Now to Marquez, now to Rivero. Rivero to Thompson, to Stevens. Stevens, 3 on the way. That one bouncing, no good. Thompson, the rebound, the putback, no good. And then Stevens will wind up with it. Push it to Rivero in the right corner, and that one going to clank. But Stevens with it finally gets it to go. Stevens now with 4 points in the ball game. Lovington had 5 or 6 looks on that one. Nice job for the Wildcats. And then we're going to have a foul called immediately on Rivero. Elijah, his second personal. You got the points, but they're still getting to shoot free throws without the clock ticking, and you're starting to get some guys in a little bit of trouble. That'll be Hightower at the line again. He's pretty much lived on the line tonight. Got his last two, and that one's in and out. Score remains 52-36, 41 seconds to go. Pfaffenberger back in for Montiel. This will be his 8th opportunity from the free throw line in the third quarter for the point guard for the Rams, and he gets that one to go. 52-37. Wildcat basketball as Crawford will come in for Aguilar. Thompson, Rivero, Perez, Marquez, Stevens on the floor for the Wildcats. Crawford, Pfaffenberger, Lujan, and that one off the foot of Rivero, and that'll be the 15th turnover for Lovington. Micah Pondo going to check back in. He'll come in for Rivero. Coach Casey Pack tells him, come on, you got to think about that a little bit. So it'll be Lujan inbound from just in front of the scorer's table. Has to take it into the backcourt to Hightower. 30 seconds to go in the third. Hightower works against Stevens. Fall away from 10. That one no good and off the tip. Winds up with his own rebound, and he's going to get a hip check foul on Marquez. And he goes back to the line. They're going to call that on Marquez, his second personal. So going for his 10th free throws attempts of the quarter is Jace Hightower. Puts up the first and will get it to go. 52-38. Lovington has let Portales hang around from the free throw line. Portales has had trouble converting them, but they've had a lot of chances. 23 seconds to go in the third. Second one is up, and that one's going to roll home. 52-39. Back to a 13-point lead at one point. It was 21. Of course, with Covington and Arroyo on the bench in foul trouble, that changes the complexion a little bit. Thompson bouncing it over, trying to get it to Pondo in the right corner. That one is knocked away by Hightower, who goes flying into the stands. It'll stay Lovington basketball. That one going to come back out from the student section. So now to Marcus Thompson to inbound. So they're calling for the pressure as they'll get that one into Stevens near center court. To Pondo, right wing, three on the way, and bang! Micah Pondo drains the three ball, and he's got 10. 55-39, back to a 16-point lead for the Wildcats. Lujan at the buzzer for three. That one is going to be short, and we head to the fourth. It's Lovington 55, Portales 39. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. Arroyo back in the game to start the fourth quarter, and he's going to get fouled immediately by Lujan. They call the block. So Joel Lujan picks up his third personal. It'll stay Lovington basketball from their own baseline. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight. Just underway, fourth quarter. Bouncing into Covington, left base and up and in for Cale. He's got 14. And Lovington draws first blood here in the fourth. Hightower will push it out to Lujan. Lujan then comes into Pfaffenberger, and he'll put it up and over Cale. He's got 11 now in the ballgame. He leads the way the other way, and a bad pass turnover for the Wildcats. They're 16th. It's Hightower, the little circus shot, no good, and Arroyo winds up with the rebound, his second. Julian, the high pass to Covington, then throwing it back around to JoJo, and he'll take it off the left glass from the baseline. JoJo Perez, his first bucket of the ball game. 59-41. Cats in the lead. 45 seconds gone here in the fourth. Cycling it over and around Lujan. Deep left corner for three. That one is off the mark. Rebound by Pfaffenberger is put back. No good. Gets his own rebound after the tip, and he'll put it up. No good. But he picked up a couple more rebounds right there, and then he's fouled. He goes to the line. They're going to call that one on Perez, his third personal. First team foul in the quarter on the Wildcats. Pfaffenberger is 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. 18-point Lovington lead, but Portales, if they can get the shooting going and they can keep being consistent from the free throw line, they could make this a very interesting fourth quarter. Pfaffenberger made the first, puts up the second. The high arcing shot is no good, and Covington will have his 12th board of the ball game. Push it forward to Arroyo. Julian going to wait for reinforcements. Lovington can afford to be patient now, up by 17 to Covington from the right baseline, and Cale has it up and in. Or just find Cale by himself on the baseline and do what you just did. 61-42. Portales is going to have to pick the pace up at some point. To Culpepper, is Pondo out guarding him. To Lujan. Back to Hightower for three. That one off the mark and off of the tip. Ball loose on the court. And last touched by Culpepper. It'll be Lovington basketball. 6:28 remaining in regulation. Winner moves on to tomorrow night in Artesia. The loser has to wait for Selection Sunday. I think both teams will be in. I'm almost positive they will. Now it's all about the seeding, and, well, did you win the district tournament title? And Perez going to get fouled off of the steal, so it'll be a turnover on the Cats. They're 17th. For JoJo, that's his fourth personal. Second team foul on Lovington. And it is Portales basketball. Hightower from Lujan. Crossing the timeline, taking it over to the right sideline, into the deep right corner. Lovington tries to trap up Lujan. They'll get it into nobody except for DeMarcus Thompson. He forces the turnover. That's Arroyo. Stupid trifocals. Arroyo, though, gets the ball knocked away, and how is that not a foul on Lujan? A diving shoulder block, and it will be. That'll be his fourth personal. Second team foul on Portales. That bordered on flagrant. Of course, it's a good rivalry, but sometimes things can get a little chippy when these two meet up anywhere. Now, Thompson to inbound from the far sideline. Tries to get it into Covington. No call on Lujan. Goes out of bounds. Stays Lovington basketball. So Thompson will try it again. From the far sideline. As DeMarcus tosses into Arroyo. Lujan picks him up quickly on the far sideline. Gets a little pick from Thompson. Bounce it to Pondo. To Covington. And up and in. That one little extra pass. Portales was not ready for it, and Lovington has stretched it back up to a 21-point lead, 63-42. To Lujan, deep left corner. It's an air ball, and it'll be into the hands of Cale Covington. Back the other way to a breaking Pondo. Misses it, but trailing is Rivero with the rebound and the putback. Rivero now with 10. 65-42. The Cats stretching it out, and Coach McBroom says, all right, let's talk about it. 5:24 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 65, Portales 42. We'll return more Wildcat basketball in just a moment.
Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Back here at Wildcat Gym out of the Portales timeout. Coach McBroom doing a little bit of griping as well. We've got a tech called and up and in as Julian Arroyo going to put it up and in. So the technical foul called, I think maybe on Coach McBroom. He was out there and he was letting the officials have it. Second one for Julian, up and good. He's got 19. The Cats stretch it out 67-42 back here at Wildcat Gym. Cats in control. Quick update for you from the Ram Athletic Center. Lovington right now leads Portales 40-32. That game late in the fourth quarter as well. Over on the Lovington Sports we're on Lovington Sports on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. As now the officials talking to the crowd. Coach Casey Pack is directing the crowd to, I think, maybe move a little bit. I think something might have gotten said from the crowd that the officials not appreciating out there. So it will be Lovington basketball off of the Tex. It'll come into Arroyo. He'll walk it across the timeline on the far side, gets the pick. Now he takes it hard to the rack and up and in for Julian. Now 69-42. Cats stretching it out. Hightower to Culpepper, left corner for three. That one clanks off the iron. Lujan has his 10th rebound of the ball game. He goes hard to the rack and will put it up and in, and he's fouled. So he'll get to go for the and one. And they're going to call that one on Thompson, his third personal, third team foul on the Wildcats. So Lujan with 8 points, trying to get closer to a double-double. 69-44. 25-point lead for the Wildcats. Not insurmountable if you let Portales keep going to the free throw line. Arroyo to Rivero. Nice little spin move from pressure. Rivero to the right block. High off the glass, no good. Arroyo gets a rebound and misses. Gets his own rebound and misses again. Then he is fouled. Arroyo with a couple of fouls as they're going to call that one. Let's see who they put that up on as they're going to whistle that one on Paxton Culpepper. That'll be his fifth personal. He is done for the evening. He fouls out with 5 points and 4 rebounds. As Julian Arroyo back to the line, Ethan Crawford will come in for the Rams. Crawford, Pfaffenberger, Culpepper, Lujan, and Hightower for the visiting Rams. Arroyo trying to stretch this one back out. Gets the first one. 70-45, 25-point Lovington lead. Arroyo, Pondo, Rivero, Thompson, Covington. Starting five for the Cats on the floor. Second one for Julian is up, and it is good. 71-45, 26-point lead for the Wildcats. I think it's time to start burning some clock and thinking about tomorrow. Crawford against Arroyo, bouncing it to Culpepper in the right base. Now back out top of the arc to Hightower. Lovington traps him up, uses up the dribble, tries to push it into Pfaffenberger, gets it there on the left base, and up and in for Carson Pfaffenberger. 71-47, and then Covington going to get fouled. He gets held on to by Hightower. They call the push on Hightower. I've got that as his fourth personal, and that will put Lovington in the bonus for the remaining 4:31 of this one as Cale Covington to the line. 18 points in the contest for Covington. 23 now for Arroyo, and did I say 18? Make it 19 as he gets the first one. So Lovington gonna get ready to head to Artesia tomorrow night. Second one for Covington, up no good, and it'll be Crawford with the long rebound. If you're Lovington, you're going to let Portales burn as much time as they can. Hightower moves it around. Now he'll pull the three-point trigger from just off the arc, and Covington, 13th rebound of the ball game. It forward to Rivero to Thompson. Back to Rivero, then around to Arroyo. He's going to back it up to the far sideline to Covington in the left block, to the left base. 8-footer, no good, and Pfaffenberger has rebound number 7. Under 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Of course, both these teams are going to be playoff bound. Lujan left wing, and that one is off the mark. Covington with his 14th board of the ball game. Cale keeps it himself, bounces to Rivero off the right glass, and up and in for Elijah. 12 points for Rivero. And so the Cats going to start getting ready for Artesia. The Rams going to have to hold on As Culpepper, a little 10-foot push shot, no good, but coming through playing trailer is Hightower. His second rebound of the ball game. He's got 8 points now. 74-49. Covington backing it up, getting it to Pondo on the far sideline. NBA three from there, off the mark, but Thompson with the rebound and the putback. That's Thompson's first board of the ball, or first bucket of the ball game. Let's have 7 boards to go with it, though. To Pfaffenberger, deep right corner, 3 minutes remaining. 76-49, and the little push shot from Pfaffenberger, no good, and it'll be another rebound for Thompson. His 8th to a breaking Rivero, and up and in for Elijah, and they're going to wipe it off, and they are going to call the goaltending. They're going to wipe it off on Julian. Actually, they call the foul. Yep, they call the foul on Julian. And the hockey line change comes in. Arroyo out of the ball game. And all the starters out of the ball game now as Coach Casey Pack going to clear the bench. Last home game of the district season, and Lujan goes up and in, but he's fouled. A late foul there. Call that one on Perez, and if I'm not mistaken, that's JoJo's 5th. Oh, they actually switched that to Kyler Reeves. His first personal, 4th team foul. Lujan for the and one is up, and it is good. 76-51 to Perez, almost a backcourt there as JoJo, the left block with Reeves, back out to Perez. 2:25 to go into the deep right corner. Casadas into the game, and bang! Javier Casadas. Welcome to the game, young man. 79-50. 79-52, pardon me. And they'll get it to Culpepper, right base. They do a nice job blocking him out to Crawford. Picks up the dribble, now out to Pfaffenberger, left wing for 3, and Pfaffenberger, the big boy, hits the tray. 79-55. Cats with all bench on the court right now to Perez. To Casadas on the right base, no good, and Pfaffenberger with another rebound. That'll be his 8th. Hightower to the front court. And he'll step back for 3 from the top of the arc. That one no good, and the rebound by Casadas, his first. Casadas to Perez. 90 seconds remaining in this one. Cats will get ready for Artesia tomorrow and trying to hand it off to Stevens. That'll be a turnover for the Cats. 18 turnovers for Lovington, and now Coach McBroom going to clear his bench out. Peyton Hernandez comes back in. Stevens, Hernandez. So coming in, Alejandro Mendoza. Xavier Casadas on the floor. Is Hightower to Montiel. 3 on the way, and bang, that's good. Pardon me, that's Alvarado, 2-3. 79-58. 1:10 to go as Hernandez to Mendoza, up, and yep, he traveled before he got the shot up. It was pretty, but took an extra step. So back to Portales as we click down to a minute to play. It's Hightower to Alvarado for 3 again. He's got 9 in the ball game, all from beyond the arc. 79-61, hippity hop to Stevens, right corner. His 3 ball is up, no good. But the rebound going to be made by Gomez, who's just into the ball game. To Stevens, bounce it to Gomez, and up, no good. Pardon me, that was Mendoza. And the rebound brought down by Portales. And stolen away by Stevens. To Gomez, he'll take it all the way to the rack, no good, but then a foul going to be called. And they'll call the foul on Lovington. They put that on for sure. Call that on Peyton Hernandez. He's picked up 3 personals here. And that is the 5th team foul, and they're going to say it was Portales basketball. They'll walk it back down the court and shoot some free throws. Some more chances there for Jace Hightower. So Hightower made his last 3, and it's 5 for his last 6. And that one will be too hard, no good. So the Cats will move on to tomorrow night. Hightower's second one is up, and that one's going to rattle home. Tower with 9 in the ball game. 79-62. As the bench is pretty much being cleared now for both teams. Stevens to the front court to Hernandez with 20 seconds to go. Give it over to Gomez as Gomez to the free throw line into the deep right corner. Casadas, 3 on the way, and bang! Javier Casadas was 6 in the ball game. 82-62 with 7-6-5. Hightower, 3 ball on the way. That one is off the mark. And at the buzzer, that one is up and in for Alvarado, who finishes up with 11 points in the ball game. 82-64 is the final. We'll be back with your Western States Insurance postgame report. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Back here at your Western States Insurance postgame report and your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. Coach Casey Pack joining us at the broadcast location after the 82-64 victory. So, Coach, a good win tonight, and you looked like you stepped on the gas early and you just stretched out, almost like you didn't want Portales to even think this could be a game tonight.
No, I our kids, that's what I told them we need to play fast. I felt like we're kind of tired a little bit, but then once we start getting in rhythm, we relaxed and we did push on the gas.
Yeah, well, and, this team relies a lot on rhythm, and there was a couple times tonight where Portales looked like they might have tried to been getting back into it a little bit, but you forced a turnover, got a transition, and then the rhythm started over. It was like hitting the reset button.
Yeah, when you get some easy baskets, it'll reset quickly. A couple of those, we just got a little lazy, and gosh dang it, picked up some stupid. That's why they got a little rhythm, because that third quarter they made all the points off the free throw line.
Yeah, they did. They seemed to live there in the third. But
and we wouldn't quit fouling them when we were fouling them. So proud of our kids though. I mean we fourth quarter we got going again and really got probably was driving that car about 70 to 80.
82 to be exact, I think is what we're going to clock it in at. So the big win tonight, you knocked off Portales 3 times this season, and you've said before, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year. And I think that applies for tomorrow night, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. And our kids are ready. We're getting tired of, because our teacher's a good team. There's a time you get tired. You got to lift yourself up, dust up, and let's go again. And that's where we're at.
So I think probably going to see more of the same from Artesia that we have. They're going to try and get the bigs out there and kind of press a little bit.
Yeah, well, if you watch this game here at Lovington, they got the bigs out and went small with us because we were really pushing it. If Julie doesn't foul out, it's a different game.
Yeah, it is.
And their bigs can't, when we're pushing it like that, their bigs can't keep up.
No, they really can't.
But I think we guaranteed, a 7th seed for sure now. We'll have a home game here a week from today. So, if you can't get out to tomorrow night's game, we need, hopefully the girls took care of their business and Portales.
I can tell you how they're doing, actually. We'll bear with us for just a second as the marvels of modern technology, as I go check in with Dawn Morgan over at the Ram Athletic Center. Where did I put that thing? There it is. So let's see what we've got here. I said bear with me. They are late in the game. 20 seconds left, and Lovington leading 48-44.
Ooh.
So
hopefully the girls take care of business, and we have both of our teams over there and a huge crowd from Lovington going over there tomorrow night in Artesia.
Certainly. I'm hoping we've got a doubleheader. 19 seconds left in that game, so knock on wood. That's on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel right now, so don't switch it over until I'm done with Coach Pack. But you can switch it over there with Dawn here in just a minute. So hopefully we will have the doubleheader for you tomorrow night. And, Coach, just a big win tonight, and enjoy it. And we'll see you over in Artesia tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. All right. Take care.
Coach Casey Pack joining us here on for a Bob Thriftway coaches conversation. And, he mentioned the playoff situation. Yep, should have a home game here next week. We will certainly hope so. Quick look at the final numbers in this one. Julian Arroyo leads the way with 23 tonight. Also in double figures, 19 points for Cale Covington, who also had 14 rebounds. Also in double digits tonight, Elijah Rivero with 12 and Micah Pondo with 10. Those were your double-digit scores. Lovington, pretty good job from the line. A little over 50%, 9 of 16, but stretched it out. 27 points in that fourth quarter. And a lot of that time the bench players on. Xavier Casadas coming on and getting 6 points, all from beyond the arc. So Portales, nothing to hang their heads about. They ran into a tough Lovington team, and they will be in the playoffs. It's a question, they'll be on the road now. It's just a question of what seed they will wind up with. They had 3 players in double digits tonight. Carson Pfaffenberger led the way for them with 17 points. Joel Lujan with 12 points and 10 rebounds. He had the double-double for them tonight. And 11 points for Patrick Alvarado coming off the bench. 9 of those from beyond the arc. So, yeah, we very possibly could see Portales again somewhere down the road, depending on how the seeding goes. Of course, we'll worry about that on Sunday. And right now, we've got to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, as the Lovington Wildcats, of course, will be heading to Portales. And we don't have a final yet over on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. It is 48-46, Lovington in the lead, coming out of a timeout with, let's see how much time is left, 19 seconds left on the clock. So, all right, I'll let you flip over to the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. It's Lovington basketball over there. So we will sign off from here. All right, it was a big win tonight for the Wildcats, 82-64 the final. For Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Gym. We'll see you tomorrow from Artesia. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.